want to have a fighting chance to battle for medals. We'll take a look at the team standings later on with El Extranjero, and you'll see that everything is so close. This is the schedule today. These games are important as we approach the medal round. Hi, Ayel. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you on the volleyball court again.
Good afternoon, Sev. It's good to be back. We have an interesting game today. Two very different stories. Cheritigo so far doing well in testing their chemistry, but the Army Ladies Troopers still struggling to get the first win.
Absolutely. Nasa 2-1 ang Cheritigo. Take a look at the team standings. You'll understand how important this game is. Just run through it, Ayel.
For the Signal HG Spikers, they are still undefeated. They're currently ranked 1, and they're done with the elimination round. They're into the semifinals. Meanwhile, Cheritigo ranked 2nd, CSB, Petrogas, Angels, and the Philippine Army Lady Troopers in the lower rank of the standings. But for the Philippine Army, it's a do-or-die game. They would want to win today, but their standing still depends on whether CSB will get a win today against the Petrogas Angels.
Okay. The Troopers, they want to win something before this tournament is over. They don't want to end this without winning. Alam mo, yung mga veterana, may pride din naman. Last time around, Cheritigo had a good game in their win last time around.
No, it wasn't an easy game for the Cheritigo crossovers. They played against one of the powerhouse teams, the Petrogas Angels, but they were able to overcome the challenges in that game. An all-around game, all-around effort for all the teams, led by no other than Aragalang. A 4-set win. As you can see in terms of set wins, in the second set, they clearly dominated that set with a 25-9 score. But for the Cheritigo, again, it was an overall effort for them. Everyone really contributing and scoring.
Correct. And, as you take a look at the numbers, these games are important in the build-up for the Premier Volleyball League, which happens in about a week or so. And these are important in calibrating teams so that they can know who will be available for each team.
No, exactly. And with the addition of Aragalang and Abby Maranyo on the side of the Cheritigo crossovers, they've been gelling well so far with the system. They've adopted it, and so far they're performing really well.
And the last time around, I caught this game on TV with Carlo Pamintuan and Denise Tan covering it. The Army Lady Troopers lost that game against Signal HD. They have been struggling. They had a 5-set battle against CSB. They did not win that game, but they're here to play, and they will not be cowed easily by these teams that are younger than them.
Exactly, despite the fact that the Philippine Army Lady Troopers have not won any games yet, but they've tried to push their opponents, especially with the experience that they have. But they lost in three sets against the Signal HD Spikers. The HD Spikers dominated in the attacks departments, as you can see in the numbers, 41 against the 34 of the Lady Troopers. And just overall, they were dominated in all departments by the HD Spikers. So it's very important for the Lady Troopers to put more effort in today's game.
Okay, we are just about ready to put the ball into play, but first things first, let's get the introductions of the players for both the Lady Troopers and the Cheritigo crossovers. Let's send it to courtside.
Memorial Coliseum, day number 5 of the PNVF Champions League 2024. We're at match number 9 of the women's division, featuring the Cheritigo And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Outside spiker number 9, EJ Laure. Middle blocker number 17, Seth Rodriguez. Center number 18, Joy Mikagande. Outside spiker number 21, Cesc Robles. Middle blocker number 22, Pauline Gaston. And opposite hitter number 23, Shaya Adorador. Starting libero is number 24, Buding Doremtes. And the head coach for Cherry Tigo is Kung Fu Reyes. And now the starters for the Philippine Army. Setter number 7, Team Captain Corporal Jane Gonzalez. Outside spiker number 9, Private First Class Audrey Paran. Opposite hitter number 14, Corporal Nene Bautista. Outside spiker number 15, Sergeant Royce Tubino. Middle blocker number 16, Sergeant Lut Malaluan. And middle blocker number 21, Private First Class Jeanette Villarreal. Starting libero is number 10, Staff Sergeant Angela Nunag. Head coach for the Army is Sergeant Randy Palorina.
And we are just about ready to get underway with the first of 2 games here today at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. A look at the starters with the help.
A very different lineup here on the side of the Cherry Tigo crossovers. EJ Laure, Seth Rodriguez, Joy Mikagande still in there and as a starters. The only setter right now in the lineup of the Cherry Tigo crossovers, Robles also starting, Gaston also starting. But on the side of the Army Lady Troopers, it's a familiar starters for them, familiar lineup. So they're sticking on that lineup for today's game. As again, as we mentioned earlier, they would want to get at least 1 win in this tournament.
Yes, and if they score a win, because they won 2 sets against College of St. Benil. If there's a mix-up and College of St. Benil does not win later on, there could be a chance for the Army Lady Troopers. But first things first, they have to win this game. Kasi kung 0-4 sila, wala silang paglalagyan.
Exactly. They have to be mindful and intentional in every point for this game. Kagande starting.
Ano problema? Dalawang international referee. Anong problema yung dalawa? Okay. Tigo has the first serve of the match. And we're underway. Down straight in the middle. The set. And it's hit out by Shira Adorador.
Smart move there by Shaya Adorador, seeing that the blocks were well established, using the hands of Bautista to get that point. Easy outing for her.
One to nothing. Reverse set. Tubino rejected. Ball in play. Down the middle. Durandes is there. The set. And Robles takes care of hitting down the line there.
And this is why sometimes it's also hard to predict the offense of the Cherry Tigo crossovers, because anyone getting that set is really capable of scoring a point.
Yes, and they have a different lineup with more weapons actually. This is down the middle. No problem that time for Lut Malaluan.
Clean hit coming from Malaluan. Great setup there by Gonzalez with a running attack.
Saka mabilis yun eh. Kahit na tumaas pa ang block, kahit ano pang kamay nandun would not be in time. Durandes. Here comes the set. Ball in play. That's just out.
It has been 2 attempts already on the side of Charity crossovers targeting zone 1 of the Army Lady Troopers. They have to be careful with that spot.
Cesc Robles is going to be serving for all of us. Lifted high, down the middle we go. Tobino with a familiar strike down the middle. Oh, short. Shaira Adorador sends it to the back row. Donag is there. This one is long.
Tobino trying to go long, but too much power in that attack. Great intention going to zone 5.
And it's 4 against 1 here in the early goings of our first match. Later on, the very young NCAA champions, CSB, will be playing again later. Robles keeps it in play. Cagande. Shaira. Cagande. To the other end of the universe. It's still in play. Off the shot of Laure. Off the block. Durende says, akin to. Longest rally so far. Nice shot. And down the middle it goes, courtesy of Rodriguez.
We've seen already 4 players scoring on the side of the Charity crossovers. Zoe Cagande making sure that she gets to activate everyone on the side of the crossovers.
Everybody has touched the ball from courtesy of Cagande, no?
Great playmaking so far.
Nice to see the coaches also, Coach Kung Fu, Coach Brian. They're right in front of us. They'll be noisy all throughout this game. In the meantime, that's long and considered a point for the Lady Troopers.
So far, we're seeing both teams really trying to attack long, targeting certain zones.
Our referees, by the way, top of the perch. Referee Jeffrey Lopez, our international referee. And ABC international referee Herbert Mathematico is the one downstairs. In the meantime, it's a check ball, and we now have it at 6-2.
Better execution this time for EJ Laure. With the right amount of speed and power to get that point.
Exactly. In the meantime, Rodriguez will be serving. Ibang-iba na itong Charity, no? It's a different lineup, especially with the addition of Aragalang and Abby Maranyo.
Stronger and an even veteran team at that.
And Pongay Gaston gets it on a double tap. Makes it 7-2 here in the early goings.
Gaston also joining the scoring board here. Taking advantage of that overpass.
Kahit hindi iba, basta naipadala sa butas, solve na solve. Rodriguez serving anew. Tobino got to it. Here's a good strike by Paran.
A great cross-court attack there by Paran. The second top scorer for the Lady Troopers in their game against the HD Spikers.
And now the veteran, Nene Bautista, all set to serve. Ageless Nene. Gaston, to the open spot, and we arrive at the technical timeout at 8-3. We will be back with you with more PNPF Champions League after this. Team standings, kasi ang Charity may isang talo talaga sila. Pero tama kayo, yung signal, wala nang problema yan, okay na. Pero yung bakbakan talaga yung dulo, yung importante manalo yung Lady Troopers para may chance sila .
Oh, but it's a do or die for them again, for the Lady Troopers. But if they win this game, it will still depend on the game later of CSB against the Petrogas Angels.
And Petrogas gusto rin humiwalay. Only the top 4 teams will have chances for medals. In the meantime, Kagande, long set. Wow, well done. EJ Laure knocking that in.
EJ Laure going long cross court again. This time targeting zone 6. Seems like they know the holes in the floor defense of the Army Lady Troopers.
Adorador rather taking care of that. That goes a bit on an overpass. Here's Duremdes tracking it down. Kagande jumps it over to Gaston. Lifted high by Nunag. Bautista on 2. Gonzalez is caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Great anticipation there by EJ Laure. For the Army Lady Troopers, they're actually doing well in their defense, even though they're scrambling sometimes. But they need to find a way to score some points here. They don't want to have a big gap. They will have a difficult time trying to close that gap later on.
And you don't want to go loose in 3 sets against a younger team. May pride ka din.
Exactly.
Oh, mahaba yung tira na yun ni Shaira Adorador. And look at this, the coaches. Pagka ganun malakas ang palo, lahat sabay-sabay sila pumapalo. Pitik, pitik, pitik. Tingnan mo, sabay-sabay yung mga coaches. Para silang automatic. Up! Ayan na po. Ang Bionic Ilongga. In play. Robles had to stretch with that. Jovelyn Gonzaga is there. Para knocks it in.
Great decision by Paran to choose the smaller blocker there in Kagande. And also seeing that Gaston was late in trying to close that block, taking advantage of the loose block there.
95 pound, Cherry Tigo ahead here. Already, Kung Fu Reyes already beginning to voice operate his team. That serve by Villarreal is short.
Well, could have been a chance already for them to build some momentum here.
Wala, this time EJ Laure will be serving. Reverse set. Malaluan with a hit in play though. Robles, excuse me, in the set by Army in play. Kagande. That's long. Nice drive, nice form, but long.
A couple of attack errors already on the side of the Cherry Tigo crossovers. They've been trying to target zone 1 and zone 6 here.
Napatayo si Coach Kung Fu. So it's a discarte issue. Uh-oh. Napapakamot si Coach Kung Fu.
The Lady Troopers starting to find their flow in this game.
Yes. And I think that will count as an ace. Hindi bumalik. Hindi tumaas ang bola. Oh, they cannot sustain any kind of momentum. Paran sends it into the net.
If you want to keep the momentum on your side, you have to serve well and try to keep the ball in your side of the court.
We've got Pongay Gaston all set to serve. The team is currently ahead by 5, 12-7. Tobino. And her strike on the diagonal, too long.
Great intention to go cross-court there, targeting the zone of Gaston. But just too much power again.
Kung sa pag nanggigigil ka, talagang mahaba mangyayari. And lalo na naghahabol ka. 13-7. Gaston serve down the line. Malaluan with a tap. And that's successful.
Malaluan this time outsmarting the floor defense of the Cherry Tigo crossovers. He's been trying to force some power attacks earlier, but this time choosing that tip just behind the blockers.
over the extended hands of Gaston. The combination play. Nunag keeps it elevated. EJ is there. Cagande. And Adorador has no problem with it.
So far, it has been the Cherry Tico crossovers getting the points off the rallies. This time, Adorador from the back row. Again, using the hands of the blockers.
Here's the setter, Joymi Cagande. Malaluan. And the net is shaking. Referee Mathematico says there's a net touch.
So far, Gonzalez has recognized that it's Malaluan having the hot hands on the side of the armed lady troopers.
Ang daming magaling na player na naka-standby pa sa Cherry Tico. Smiling pa. Abby Maranyo, Aragalang, Ia Laure. They can form two teams actually. We have the second technical timeout. Until the 17th. So we'll have more teams in the men's division. There will be 8 teams. And we will have the championship of this tournament on Saturday. This one is an outside. I thought it was an ace, but it's outside. 16-9.
So far, the Cherry Tico crossovers dominating the set.
Pagka hindi pumasok ang service, lahat tumitingin pala yun. Walang gustong tumingin sa coach, walang gustong tumingin sa kakampi. In the meantime, score 17-9. It's been a difficult tournament for Randy Falonia and the Troopers. They had a good battle against CSB, a 5-setter. However, they lost that one. And here we go. It's been some passing problems, really. Reception that has been the problem for the Lady Troopers.
Says Robles serving strong here. The Lady Troopers still hasn't found the solution in receiving that great serve from Cesc Robles.
Ang babaeng ito, no? Akala mo walang lakas, walang power. Pag lumipad, hataw na hataw. In the meantime, the Bionic Ilongga knocks in a point that gives them twin digits. It's 18-10.
And they will need more of that, more of the scoring production of Gonzaga.
Robles, Dorendes, Adorador. Long.
So right now, we're seeing a lot of attack errors on the side of the Cherry Tico crossovers. And it's also not a good sign on the side of the Lady Troopers because majority of their points, they're getting off the errors of the crossovers.
Not self-created, In the meantime, that punches through and it is still alive! Good touch by Paral.
Mistiming there by Adorador. She was not able to read that ball well. Great effort from Villarreal and Paran to save that ball.
It's on the ground. And no question about it for referee Jeffrey Lopez up there. And it'll make it 19-12 here in the opening set.
Adorador making up for that error earlier, going cross-court, caught Gonzalez off guard in that floor defense.
Let's go with the serve now of Seth Rodriguez. kung may barista sa isang coffee shop, mahihirapan sa dami ng klase ng pangalan. Si Seth, si Seb, si Ayel, si Ses, si Iya. Makinig tayo, time out eh.
Block mo, nakaganon lang. Ha? Yan. Kailangan, gain. Kapag gano'n na sa cross-court ka, depends na galapan mo ng maayos. Sayang eh. Hindi naman ganun kalakas ng palo, alos tumapat lang sa'yo. Ha? Ready ka, ha? Okay. Dahan-dahanin nyo lang. Isa-isayin natin, isa-isayin. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, sometimes that's all you can do. 1 point at a time. And it has not been invented. Yung isang palo, 4 points ka agad, So they'll have to work on each point as they sail along. They have to create the points on their own, as you pointed out there.
And for the Lady Troopers, they have to start with their passing first. They need to get Gonzalez going also, help her with the offense part.
Iabot na maayos. Para na mailatag na maayos. In the meantime, just missed the target. Paran just almost had it on the end line but hindi pumasok. May challenge ba? Then it looked very out from where we are. We are on the left side, on the Cherry Tigo side. Pero kung may challenge, gamitin.
Block touch challenge here.
Bakit yung mga coaches, pagka nagtataas ng challenge, itataas nila yan, tapos nakangiti sila? Dapat yan sabay kaway sa TV, di ba? Hi, Nay. Nandito po ako.
Only if they have that mic for sure.
Or, di ba? Sa pamilya ko sa Cavite, magandang hapon po sa inyo. Sa Antipolo. Hi. Saka kakain ho ako dyan sa bahay mamaya. Pag natapos, depende ho kung 3 sets or 4 sets ho ito. Kasi tingnan mo, wala naman tayong ginagawa during challenge. Ayun, ano to? Block up, block touch ang issue, hindi in, out. No. Layo ito.
The challenge is unsuccessful. Point and serve to Cherry Tigo.
So Cherry Tigo finds themselves 5 points away from closing and forming their grip on this opening set. Alam mo, dami din movements ng mga players sa PBL, no? Kasi better opportunities, playing time, different perspective. Tsaka nag-iba talaga yung equation nung natapos ang storya ng F2. Nakapunta ako sa practice ng PL dito. Gulat, hindi pa ako masanay. They happened to be in the same building I was. Gulat ako. Got used to Joy Baron.
Kim Fajardo.
KKD is there. And reunited sila with Mika Reyes. Oh, that's long.
And talking about these players, like the key additions also of Aragalang and Abi Maranya, it would be interesting to see how they adopt the system and how they actually fit into the system.
Magandang preparation tong tournament nito. Kasi iba pa rin pagka yung tournament compared sa game. Na yung scrimmage, di ba?
Mindset is different.
Dahil nito, Cherry Tigo needs to win to firmly hold on to second place. Up, inside, malibasan ni Durendes.
So Durendes letting that go in that last second.
Kasi it looked over her shoulder di ba? Well, 15-22 ang ating bilang. Safely in. Kaganda and her clean set. Prepares Gaston for the hit.
A short set. Short slide from Kaganda to Gaston. Great display of connection there. Both blockers also late.
Correct. So EJ Laure all set to serve, bring their team closer to the finish line here in the first. Itataas. Nicely done. Excellent set by Cagande, actually.
Great flow there from defense to offense. Durendes going for that dig. Cagande perfectly setting that to Cesc Robles.
Correct. Ayan.
A lot of space for the cross-court attack.
Sobra. And we are at set point. Runner. On target. Gaston not long enough to be able to get to it. Had to extend herself.
And that's the second time Malaluan dropped that ball in front of Gaston. So far, it has been Malaluan who's a spark on the side of the Lady Troopers.
Hinuhulog-hulugan niya. Tinaas ni Cagande. Ang bilis magtaas ng bola ni Cagande. Back row. Malayong set. Robles with a hit. Tobino misses. And we're done with set number 1. My favorite number this week, 25-16.
Set number 1 to Cherry Tigo, 25-16.
Nakakailang set na ako na 25-16. Pwede bang gawing plate number yan? Pwede siguro. Okay. Magbabalik ko tayo for the second set. First set going the way of Cherry Tigo.